Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In our today's video, we're gonna create a complete e-commerce application which can make all your needs in a single place. First of all, we're gonna have a three segment for this project. We're gonna have our server built by Node.js, and we're gonna do all of the mandatory fields to go engage with our database, and all the calls we can modify. We'll use the JWT token and also all the user management, which can really help us to build a modern, sophisticated website. Alongside, we're gonna have an admin panel built by Vue.js, and then also we're gonna have a client-side application built by Next.js. Now, I'm very excited about this project because we are dealing with a lot of e-commerce projects and videos in this channel, but this one, it is unique and it's the most up-to-date e-commerce project you can find elsewhere in the internet. And why I'm saying that, after having a look on that proper initialization, you will understand. And of course, any recommendation, any next things you are looking forward to, let me know in the comments so we can just adopt within that project. So no further ado, let's just dive into about this project, and then you can understand why I'm very excited about it. So this is called the Baby Mart. So it's a productable application. You can change the categories, you can change the products, and you can just name it anything you like. And of course, I was excited from any other website where I find it very remarkable and helpful. Of course, it will be mentioned in the description so you can find a look about it. So what we have here, this is our client-side application where we are feeding all the data layer, and then we are having our admin portion. This is the cool part of this application layer in the admin, which having a perfect admin dashboard, having the total users count, products count, categories count, brands, orders count, also the revenue. And then you're going to have your entire chart which is maintaining each and everything. We're going to having our accounts portion by which we are maintaining the account segment, and all the details gonna come pouring through according to the data. And of course, you're gonna feel a bit of slow process right here, maybe the lack of internet or everything I'm running in the local. And by the way, of course, there will be like providing you a link where it's already deployed version here. I'm going to provide that to you in the description so you can have a look, but you may not have all the functionality work like regarding that database authentication for the admin portion or any others. If you are looking for, just pass your email. You can email me in my mail so that I will give you the permission to view on that, because it's gonna be costly to go with that MongoDB, so every user gonna poke and then gonna use it. So right now we're gonna go with the basic feature which can make you understand why this project is very unique. So first, I'm going to go with the server-side documentation here. So this is our baby shop e-commerce API. So already we're having a documentation, and in the documentation, as you see, we're running from the local host, and of course you can authorize it just using your JWT token, and then you can access all the data which you're gonna have that protection mode on. So we have the analytics view. You can see the data layer here, how the data is structurizing. So this kind of documentation really can make a perfect approach to build up your entire workflow. Even you're working in a big team, a small team, then this kind of things can really make you out of the problem, so that you can have a proper documentation. We defined also the proper schema. Whatever schema we are using, we have entire schema just right here, so you can just go and fetch the things, and you can just easily write it in the Mongos, and you can go with that. So this is just an API documentation, and as you know, we didn't just do it that way, because if you just go in our server, and also if we go in a server.js, you can see there's a lot of things going on under the hood. We have our configuration, we have our routes, and also we have our old API segment, we have the CORS policy, everything handled in a very dynamic way so that you can understand how the things can be done. So, and then we are having that our admin portion, and this admin portion, whenever I am just going to, let's say I want to add a product, right? So this is the product layer, and of course, if you go in my cluster in the MongoDB, you can see all the layer. We have the banners. Everything is feeding from the database, by the way: banners, brands, cars, categories, orders, products, and users. And you can see the users is pretty unique. And why it's unique, you can see here like this is the dummy user test, and that user have an email, a very secured password, and then about her we are handling a for using the Cloudinary. Then we have the role set, we have the address set for every user which can interlink, we have the wish list for that user we have. Now when I'm letting you see that, you can see there is a 3 wish list product is right here. So what it's gonna do, whenever I'm gonna log in, it's gonna update its wish list, and also it's gonna update its card alongside. You can see is admin is false, so I have an admin permission is one person here, which is the admin. And there is another cool thing is that orders. So whenever a user making the orders, we are properly aligning it with our database. So now what we are actually build in this production level. First of all, our data, whatever data we are showing to the user, it can be maintained from our database, not from the client side, from the server side, and from the admin. We can handle each, and we can just admin. It's gonna be sit in like a wrapper. It can watch everything, whatever the client is doing, and how we are handling to the client side productivity. And then what we are doing once the client is making the payment and others, we are also handling all the segment in a very proper way. And of course, I'm going to showcase you an example by which you can be more clear about that, what we are actually build and how we're going to handle all of these actions. So first of all, as you can see, this is a clean slate. So it has the and of course we are going to build this, so you can just find that video as an intro level. So this is an intro for this project. So the next level, I'm going to provide a repo you can clone, and then we're going to start building our application. And in the home, of course, first of all, I want to make it one clear site. This is fully responsive for any devices, smaller or bigger. It's fully responsive. You can use it for your responsive design pattern. So first of all, we have our help center at the top. We have our currency phenomena at the top, also the social links here, and then the delivery message. Then we have our baby mart icon, and this is the search bar which gonna having all the fun. As you can see from here, you can search the product, and by the way, this is having all the queries from the database. This is not a dummy things. Even as you can see here, right, this product, this is also fading from the database. So everything right here is coming from alongside of the database, everything you are seeing here. So whenever I'm going to change, you see the baby waterproof diaper changing. If I change from here, as you can see, if I just go here, as you can see, baby waterproof, I'm going to just remove that waterproof and I'm going to update the product. Okay, so I'm just doing a normal fun thing. As you can see, diaper is updated. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to make a reload, because I'm not gonna calling this data every time from the database. So whenever the update is coming, whenever my application is loading, that time I'm changing. But as you can see, this is the data which always updating. And as soon as you can see that, this name is changed. So you can handle from the database. So right now, this is the for the segment, and then we have our register or sign in. Then also we have our card icon, and there should be a 3 more icons right here for the card, for the orders, for the wish list. That should be appear on login. In the left side here, we have the feature categories, we have the hot categories, and also we have the quick links, all products, new arrivals, under 50, my orders, having the help support, special offers, and shop by age. Also, you can do by so far. Then we have our banner, which is going to provide the shop now icon. Whenever I'm going to click the shop now, as you can see right now, I'm having a page where I having the total products, number of products, also having the filter by category, filter by brand, price range, and sort by newest first or the oldest first. And also, as you can see, there is a pagination going on. I can just load more products if I'm looking forward to. And if I go with the category, I can just fetch that particular category. I can go with the brand, and also I can go with the price ratio. Also, I can just receive entire filter, and then I'm gonna go with the oldest first, and the all old product gonna come up. I just make one that 10 product per page, because I have only few products, so I'm just gonna keep it. You can make it as much as you wanted to. Now let's go back to the home. Then we have our product section here, which define all the product segment. Let's say I'm going to go with the Disney Pixar Cars Lightning MCQ, and this is our just a very single page data layer, which gonna getting directly within the ID. And of course, you can make the slag if you wanted to. I'm gonna just go with the ID as I'm dealing with the MongoDB. It's very simple for me. You can have the description about reviews and questions. So I just try to make these quick things here. You can add more quantity, then you can add to cart. You can buy now directly. see, you can also go and make your within the ad favorite if you are looking forward to. Let's go back in the product. In the product, as you can see, you are not logged in, so you cannot see the wishlist icon. There is an icon by which you can add to the wishlist, so we also handle that. Also, we have the brand we love. If we click on the safety mark brand, as you can see, that brand is selected and that feature is properly aligned. Then we're gonna having that essential, everyday essential, which are showing the prices. We have the travel collection. We have also the trendy, comfortable products, as you can see right here. Also, let's say baby sleep essentials. So it's a shop sleepwear. So if we click on that, this is kind of like with the sleepwear search text. As you can see, this is highlighted and this is our sleepwear text. So this how much you can see. This is very legit. You can go with the summer collection. You can come with the summer. Of course, there's no search pattern, no product for the summer, so it's not valuable if you remove. You just coming on that particular ratio, that product is working perfectly. So, and then of course we are having that our what makes us special and the other blah blah blah, which is mandatory for our application. We have our email ratio to directly go with for the newsletter. We have the footer. Just see how much potential it has for this website. We have the information, we have the customer care, we have the other business, we have the newsletter, and then some of the data layer. So right now what we're gonna do, first of all, as you can see, this is the feed right here, and so on. We're gonna create a new fresh user. Before creating, we're gonna just go with a previous user to understand a bit of better things. So let's go to register. So this is the sign in, and also you can sign up. And of course, we're gonna go with the sign up. But before going to the sign up, first of all, we're gonna go with the sign in method, which can really help us to understand. So this is the sign up method. So let's go in the sign in. So I'm gonna go with my previous application here. I'm gonna use a very cool password right here. I make it, you need to check it, otherwise you cannot. So for the user consension, I'm just make it tick mark so user can easily go and sign in. So this is the sign in portion. You can see it's automatically filled with that properties. Okay, click. And yeah, there is a like a bit of loading state, so that's why you can see the sign in. Even the page is right here. It's because I'm running localhost. What I said, all three applications, as you can see, is all are running from my localhost. So this is my server running, admin running, client running, so my machine is getting like blast right now. Okay, so right now this is the profile page right here, which having the user information. And also you can add address through that perfect ratio. We have two address right now. We can also update a profile if you are looking for. We can add new password and we can go along with that. We have the card data. If adding anything in the card, we have the order segment. And as you can see, there is two things coming here. One is for the wish list. So whenever we are adding a product from the wish list or in the card, what you can see right here is directly passing that product, that data. We just go in our user to our database right here, and it is updating the array here. So wish list and the cart. So these two is happening. So right now we can see the wish list and we have the 3 items in the wish list, and we are not keeping the entire product in the wish list. That's the main thing. We are just adapting the ID, because with that ID we can now fetch the product from the database, right? So we are not making our database so overflowed with the data. So we are trying to minimize and maximize wherever is needed and however we can. So this is the very good and very techy things you're going to have whenever you're building this application with me. So right now, if you can see here, we have 3. If we delete 1, of course, it's gonna be 2, and of course, it will also add the database, but you need to reload and it's gonna just be updated there. Then also we are having our order segment, and in the orders, we're gonna have all the previous orders which we have been placed so far, and that we can go and see the data. So now in the orders, so you can go over here. You can so this is the order. If I paid the order, how many, like an ID, date, items, total paid, and the payment status. So if right now, if we go to view any of the order right now, so as you can see, if we click in this icon right here, so what it's gonna do, it's gonna just take me that particular for the order segment within according to the ID. And here we're gonna have the details view and how we paid and all the details, order summary and other, and also a quick view over that. So right now, this is the segment which is really cool to do on that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a logout right now here. So we're gonna go and a proper flow. We're gonna first create a user, and then we're gonna do all the other things. So first of all, how we can do that? Let's go. We're gonna register a user. So let's say I'm gonna go with the YouTube. So YouTube, and let's say test. And I'm going to go with an youtube@gmail.com. Let me first check if I have that user already. Of course, we're going to provide an error, but also I love to check because it's only having a few already. Some people, okay, I'm not gonna show you. Some people already trying that in real time. Okay, that's really cool. If people are really trying it. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now here, I can now use a password. Of course, I'm gonna use a very big password so that it can be sophisticated to go with that. You can do however you like. So I'm going to go sign up, and of course, see, by default it will be as a user role. So let's go in our admin portion. We can see our user list, and here, as you can see, we have the YouTube test. We can now also update the user. We can update their password. We can delete the user if you are willing to. As you can see, if we just go here, not like click and delete. Of course, you're gonna take the consent. Are you sure? Of course, I will not gonna delete that user. So right now, we also gonna go with that. Let's say youtube@gmail.com, and I'm gonna just provide my valuable password. Make sure nobody can watch or see your password. So also there is a quick view over there. Of course, I will show you that. You see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and that's a very simple password. You can hide it also if you're looking forward to. So right now, okay, we are signed in. We have a very clean slate. So what we're going to do right now is that we're going to go in our database. First of all, we're going to go, and as you can see in the dashboard, you can just go with every single segment what you are watching here about the revenue, about the things, then you can match if you're looking forward to, but I will not go in that sec. So first, let's go in the products. We're going to update a dummy product. So this is the product structure. So this is how you can just enter the products, and you can do so. So I'm going to add a new product. Let's just put the description, and I'm going to go and upload a new products here, which you're going to go and upload the products in my Cloudinary. So this will be the test products. And here I'm going to put a price. Let's say $10 price. Discount I'm going to provide by default 10. I'm going to make it a 20. Stock I have the 10. And of course, this stock gonna be change whenever I'm updating. So this is how the cool way we can build up that things. So this is a bestseller product. We can choose the brand. We can now create the product. So after creating the product, it's gonna go and pretty finely, you can see right here, if we go and make the descending first, so we can see our test product as the top. Right now, what we can do here, and if we go and click here, so we should be able to see the product somewhere, or maybe this is the segment where the products can be loaded. So let's say we're gonna try the test product, and as you can see right now, we are having the test product. So what we're gonna do, first of all, we're gonna add some products. So click adding, as you can see, because it's gonna take a bit of time as it's handling the application layer, and what I'm saying is coming from my local host, so that's why it's getting a little bit of chunky. So we can add more products right here, and then we can go with some more products, and that's it. I think 3 or 5 6 we can go alongside how much we want. I'll go that much. I think that's cool. So let's go in our cart. So in the card, what it's gonna do, let's go back right there, so we can see, we can visualize and visit our card right now. And over here in the card, we have the product in the left and the details of the right. And what I'm saying, I don't want to show you over and over, because this is the entire application. So means not just the home page, entire application is fully responsive. So now we can remove the product if we wanted to from here in the card. Also, we can clear our entire card with the consent. So now we have the 4 product, we have the value of 760. So now we wanted to make a checkout, right? We want to make a payment, we want to purchase. So now whenever we're gonna make a proceed to checkout, normally what we are doing in our channel, whenever we are making that proceed to checkout, we are making the payment, and then we are doing dealing with other things. But here, not like that. Here what we're gonna do, whenever a customer proceed to checkout, you're gonna place the order in our database, because the customer can pay later, right? Or he can make the cash on delivery. So first of all, whenever a customer, you can make the proceed to checkout, also you can make the place order. So just a button title, doesn't matter what you are feeding here, but the best thing is that so the customer can place the order, and it will be very easy to grab the customer attention. Then later on, it will be easy to pay, and then we'll just update the service entry. So that's how we're gonna do that. So now what we can do, we can just click on the proceed to checkout. You can see redirecting to the checkout. So this is how it gonna handling the operation. Of course, this button I keep some of the things which can raise question to you. So this is just, yeah, of course, we can make the button loading. So right now over here, we are arranging that customer order is held. So if we just go here and if we reload, of course, you will not see here because it just connected with the ID of subsidiary. So right now, if we go over here and if we go directly in our orders in our admin portion, we can see each and every single actions. As you can see, we are placing one order. I think we have lots of orders, so it will be at the bottom layer. Okay, did we? Okay. There is a things would be nice on that. So what we can do is that this order didn't come here yet because it didn't paste, because it need to provide the address. Okay, so we are just coming in the summary page. Okay, so we'll go like choose an address. So let's say I'm gonna make like 123 Main Street, and then we're gonna make the New York. Of course, I'm not living in New York, but I love to put that, let them fill the hits. So let's go United States and then add address. So thanks, go with that. So I'm adding one address here. So I can add multiple address here. So by default, the first one will be the default address. So right now I can see the order details. If I can go with this tab checkout, you can add multiple checkout layer right here. And the product having the tariff, as the Mr. Trump is holding the tax tariff, so we can put the tax. So 760 should be the order hold. And before doing that, as I'm running in my local host, I need to do one more parameter, is that I need to make my Stripe listen that webhook. And what I need to do that, because every time I'm making a payment, I'm handling all the Stripe authentication layer here, so I can track that. So let's pay with this Stripe, and once we are processing that, as you can see, we will go and listen all the statement right here to make the order in a very perfect way. As you can see, whenever the client showing any kind of session, as you can see, they create session so that this one can be handling. So right now, as you can see here, we have because my country is Bangladesh, so by default is getting the Bangladesh currency right here. I'll choose the USA, and then I having the user email directly shipped here. So I'm going to go with my like a default password for that 4242, a valid date, and then 1234 CBC. I'm going to go with the name of mine. So let's say, and then make pay. So once we are handling payment, you should be able to see all the checkout data, which is right now coming, which is updating my data layer. And after, as you can see, it's processing. So it's gonna also, as we are using the sandbox here, also some of the local format for the Stripe, because we are not using the production layer of that data. So now we are coming here in the success page. We're coming here with the order ID. We're coming here with the session ID. And then as you can see that, see here, the payment successful. And then this is the paid value 704. I think the value should be, yeah. So the taxable income, we are just deducting here. So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna refresh that one. So we should be able to see one, let's say the order ID, how much the ID here. So this ID is 981. So this is the ID. I'm gonna copy and then make it here. Not yet. So I'm gonna refresh right now. Okay, I think some maybe have problem of my authentication there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go with one more time with my admin panel. So let's sign in again. I think there is, because I'm running locally, some things might be changed or maybe having some issue right here. Okay, so yeah, that's coming. It's just because I think my cookies is just expired. So no worries about that, that can be handled. So now I have that order, right? So what I'm gonna do, as you can see, I already copied that. So let's go and create an invoice right here. So this is my order data. So if I type that, so no, it's not finding that. So let's see, this order is coming up. Okay. Oh, this is coming according to the user layer. So I think there is some kind of segment which we need to pass. And to show you the flow, we're gonna make a real-time the changes, like real-time debugging right here. So first of all, let's go in our admin application. So this is our admin, this is our all route. So this is our invoice page. So right now, so this is real-time debugging in the production layer, which we are doing because the problem can be there. So right now we are doing, and of course I keep it just to show you that there we can do the work in that real time. So we have our invoice page, right? So in the invoice page, as you can see, we are just fetching that, and I already make the comment, the backend returns orders total and total pages and current page. So now if we just directly go in our server right here, so let's go back in our server in the controller here where we are handling each and everything. In the controller we have the order controllers, and in the order controllers you see the get orders, right? So this is the function which handling all the get order functionality, and of course we are getting with the sync handler. So from there, we can now understand how and why we are accessing those things. And of course, there also you can access the route if you're looking forward to. And you can just directly get the order from here. So this is the get orders function, which are providing the order. And then if we just go and focus in our orders route, as you can see, we are handling this one, having the product, like having also the products and get orders and all orders for the admin. And if we look at here, as you can see, there is a page per page, and by default it's taking the page and per page, which is the 10. So right here, if we just closely look in our for the invoice page, you can see what we are dealing here. We are not handling any kind of operations because we're just fetching the, so the per page is gonna be just 10, right? So we are maximizing the 10 orders, right? And I did one more thing which is lacking here also, just to show you the proper segment. We are making a static filters. As you can see, we are making the local filters. So we are, whatever the orders we are having, accruing alongside those orders you're filtering, we're not forgetting our database right here. So this is the fallback when you are building this application. So now whenever you are making a very cool application, every single segment should be within your database, right? Not indirectly just coming and static data. So I call the 10 orders, so I'm now filtering alongside with 10 orders. No, it will not be like that. I may have 100 orders, so what it gonna do, it gonna filter alongside with 100 orders in the database server, which is very fast. So now this is what can consentively done right there. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just resolve this real time right now so that you're gonna understand we can do that. So to do that, as you can see, we have our orders. So in the orders, this is a real time. As you can see, all the segment is coming here. We have the page, purpose, everything working perfectly fine. So as you can see, we just need to bring back all the orders right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go with that per page. So I'm gonna copy that. Let's just add per page at the top. And then we are also handling something called that for the use Axios private for to fetching the call. So I'm gonna just also input here, and then let's bring back the Axios private from hooks, use Axios private. If you go in the hook, as you can see, we are just forecasting to, if it's not authenticated, we're just forwarding for the logout method. So now after that, what we can do right here in the orders, we need to provide that call right directly like that. So I'm going to copy that, or no need to copy. So as you can see, we have that Axios private. I'm going to go directly here. Instead of that API get, I'm going to make Axios private, and everything we're going to pass the params. So in the params, we're going to pass that per page. Okay, so the okay, that should be an, I think the params, we need to provide an object. You can see right here like that. So what I'm gonna do is now put that object right here and make that per page. So right now we are having okay, I think, yeah, having the 10 orders right now. So I'm gonna make it 100. So it's gonna get all the orders from the database. And as we did that, as you can see, we have our orders right here. And of course, I'm not even the Trump adding taxes. I'm very general, like the gentle guy. I'm not adding taxes right here. And so this is the kind of coolest thing here. So this is now we're having the order. So we can now generate our invoice, click generate. So now we can have a preview of our invoices right here. Now, we can also share the invoice. We can share in the WhatsApp, Telegram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, copy link, and like that. You can also link within your like the email server, which you can do it. If you're looking forward to, you can print the invoice. If you're looking forward to, you can download PDF. You can do whatever you want. If you click print, and of course, you're gonna open your printer right there. So like that, it's having everything. But now what we're gonna do, we're gonna also make something crazy. As you can see, the orders at the top is not updating because every time I'm just calling the fresh orders from the database whenever log in. But you can also do it in real time, put just to coming like a middleware set which can talk to there. So if I just go and log out and I then click again, and I'm going to test one more things before going to do so. I'm going to add some of that for my wish list. So I have my wish list product. I'm going to also add to my cart. And then what I'm going to do, let's go here, log out. Okay, so now as you can see, I have wish list and others. So let's go to my account in Shop, and here I'm going to just go log in, sign in. And as you can see, I have my orders, I have my wish list, I have my cart. Even this is the best thing is that even you are in a different browser, like if I just directly go in the incognito, and then I'm gonna browsing my localhost 3000, right? So like you are in a mobile application or somewhere, I can just toggle my mobile. As you can see, I'm not logged in, but whenever I'm gonna create a session, I'm gonna log in every time. Doesn't matter from where you are adding the product, it's gonna update in all the devices simultaneously. You place the order, you did everything, it's gonna be updated in real time. So this is the benefit by doing that. So right now, as you can see, this order which I'm having here, as you can see right now, this order is paid, but as I'm admin, I can do anything. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in my orders. I'm gonna say no, you didn't pay it yet. So what I'm gonna do, this is my order right here. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say no, it's pending, update order. So right now, an admin can do anything, so they are top of the application layer. If I refresh, I need to pay again because they found out that some glitch happened to Stripe. My orders didn't pay it. So what we can do, we need to make the pay now again. So this is the things, and of course I need to process all the things which I did before. Of course we're gonna pay, we're gonna do as admin said, admin should be right. We're gonna pay, and then okay, hit pay. And after paying, let's see if this changing or not. So it's a pending order right now, is still here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna refresh here right now. I think the order data, you can see directly paid. This is very, very fast. So right now, even here is loading, but there already is paid. So this is the very, very easy way to do so, and this is the application layer which we are following. So as you can see, this everything is clear, everything right now handling in a very, very better way. You can understand how the things can be done, you can understand how the predefined method can work. And of course now we're going to go a little bit of techie stack. So let's go here, and I'm going to open the packages right here for my, let's say for my server, so that you can understand what kind of things we are building and what kind of things we're going to use. As you can see, we're using the Big.js Cloudinary course.env Express.js, and then also the JSON web token. We have the Mongoose Malter, and of course, as you can see, you can also go my reactbd.com where you can find all the details for that particular project. As you can see right here, this is the complete I think, yeah, still is loading. This is the complete e-commerce platform. So you can just go and you can just get the purchase the entire code if you're looking forward to. That's up to you. And if you are looking for something better, let me know in the comments. We're gonna create and do the things. So here it's just getting to be like that. So all the updates gonna be filtered here. All the links like the playlist link, it will be added right here. I know there is one e-commerce we're working is still pending. We're gonna finish within this week so that we can start with that one. And I was very busy creating that. That's why it gets a lack of the time to upload it. And we are gonna having also the course very soon. It just in a module we are preparing, maybe end of this month we're gonna have this course. If you're looking forward to, you can go through the modules and you can understand what we're gonna building by so far in this project layer. And of course you can also go with the tools right here, especially for any of the tools which can really make, especially for the validator, compare, or anyone you are looking forward to. So right now what we're gonna do is that this is the very, very simple way to build up such a kind of cool thing here. And of course, if you just have a quick view previously here for the dashboard, for the revenue, you will see it's a spike for the orders is added, and also for the products is added to one. And in the account segment, it's also putting the service entry in real time whenever any account is happening in the server. So as you can see, we are having that data here. and so on. You can see whatever the products is in sell products, no sales, which product has in no sales. You can just go and primarily having all the viewport right in front of your eyes, so you can just get easily grab into your accounts layer. And without admin, all are having just an read view. They can see the dashboard, but they cannot see users, orders, invoice, banners, products. They cannot see it, but they can go with the dashboard view, which I'm just keeping for the users to have a very good use to it to make it done. So right now, this is the layer, which is pretty simple, pretty cool. So let's go here. And after that, we are also, if we look backward in our package for admin, in the admin, we are having the hook from, we are using the Vue.js application, then we're having the Axios, CLSX, and other. As you can see, and these projects all are up to date. And then also another package for our, let's say, the client package for the client. And in the client package, the similar parameter of the server. So this is just happen to be making something good and better. So this is the way, and you can see the structure. This is a pretty cool structure. As you can see, in one layer, we are having everything. So this is our admin, which in the admin layer, you see the structure which we are following through, which we are having the client, and also we are having the server, and all the server layer, we are trying also, as you can see, we have the ENB for the production, for the local. So everything we are clearing up for this application segment. So now the concern is that you may have something in your mind, because we have some like a gap in between, because the delivery man option and others. I make it like you should have some suggestion from your own, and that can be simplified to build our application, that can be simplified to do something better. So what my suggestion is that if you're having any suggestions regarding that, let me know in the comments. We are trying to adopt, and we will adopt for that for sure, and then we're gonna come up with some more solutions, and of course we are gonna build that very soon. And if you're having something exciting in your mind, let me know in the comments. And alongside with that, stay tuned, and it's gonna be very soon all the blog link, all the post link, because all the updates for this segment, you can directly go with that buy me coffee, and here /ReactBD. You can find all the details right here. You can find all the like for our shop. You can get all the products which are gonna be coming up to date, and also alongside for the post which we are having right here. In the post you can get, so very soon I'm gonna also deploy a post right here for that. You can get the entire view parameter, entire up-to-date parameter segment by soon. So all the best, stay tuned, and of course we're gonna do it very soon. So all the best. You can buy me a coffee you're looking forward to, and please don't subscribe the channel. It will be very happy. 80% people are not subscribing. I don't know why. Do it for me, I will love it. So of course, stay tuned. All the best, do coding, and I'm gonna jump up to building that very within the next week. We're going to start, and this is kind of a very long videos, nearly 20 hours of the processing time to be there. So if you are, maybe we're going to finish it within 1 or maximum 2 weeks. Every day we're going to update and put slowly you're going to try to cover up each and every single segment. So if you are a tech junkie like me, you're going to stick around and you're going to finish it. So all the best, stay tuned, do code, make yourself in just try to motivate yourself to do something better, and I'm going to see you in the next video.